Students, today we'll discuss about final chapter 1 to 4 with L3 Switch InterVlan Routing. It's an activity in routing switching, a consolidation of all the activities we have done till the midterm. Okay, dedicated for all those absentees, including my advisee. Okay, so we'll start with the word file. This is the word file. We have L3 switch here, a router here, server here, two L2 switches, four PCs. Okay, IP addressing table is there, VLAN and port assignment table is there. Start with the router. Okay, so where is the file? So this one is the file. I'll open the file. Start from the beginning. Okay, basic configuration is the first step. Okay, router configuration. So there's a router. I'll open router. Okay, so this one like this. I can divide my screen. Okay, host name R1 first. Go to the router. Go to configure or CLI. Okay, now enable, then configure mode, then host name, but then R1. Okay, now after that assign ban message. Okay, so banner MOTD, message of the day, double quotes, this router is configured by Rajesh RK Trivandrum. Okay, okay, like this. Okay, then after that what we have is console password Cisco. I think privilege level encrypted password. So enable secret. If I ask you privilege level password, it is enable password. If I ask you privilege level encrypted password, any secret password, student ID. Okay, student ID, so 6J123 number. Okay, then we have console password Cisco, telnet also Cisco. Okay, so console is line con 0, password Cisco, login exit, then telnet line VTY02, say 15, password again Cisco, login exit. Okay, then encrypt all plain text passwords. All these passwords should be secret. Okay, so service password encryption. I'm not typing, I'm not using the shortcut. Okay, that's why maybe spelling mistake will come. Okay, now configure loopback interface L0 with IP address from the table. Okay, so L0 IP address is 3031. Okay, L0 means loopback interface. Okay, before that I saw a spelling mistake here. Okay, from the table, from. Okay, now go for loopback interface IP int L0 IP address 30.30.30.1 255.255.255.0. No such. Done. Okay, so basic configuration of router is down. You have to save the configuration. So every time, Abrar, don't forget to save. Okay, do WR. Okay, Sarah Abdullah, don't forget to save. Hussain Sulaiman Abdullah, don't forget to save. Okay, now SSH for remote access, we have telnet and SSH, but SSH is secure one, encrypted. Okay, the username, password, the data, everything will be encrypted. So assume that Abdullah want to remotely manage the switch or router, you can configure SSH there. Okay, so SSH, first thing, domain name. So for the domain name, just put IP in front of that. Okay, so exit, see, IP domain hyphen name cisco.com. Okay, this is the answer. Domain name cisco.com is the question. So what is the answer is put IP in front of first part, then put a hyphen in between domain and name. So IP domain hyphen name cisco.com. Okay, then RSA keep pair parameters to support SSH version 2. So the answer is crypto key generate. We have to go for cryptography. Okay, we have to generate a secret. Okay, so we have to go for key also, key size. Okay, crypto key generate, we are using RSA algorithm. Okay, you'll study in your cryptography course. Okay, so what is a key size? Okay, the key size is given in the question paper, give that one. If the key size is not given, see what I am going to do now. Either you can type same 512 or multiply this by 2. So 5 into 2 10, 12 into 2 24. So we go for 1024. Okay, after that set SSH version 2. The SSH has different version 1, 2. So what I will do, the answer will be IP space SSH version 2. Okay. So IP SSH version space 2. Okay. Then username admin password is easy name. So go for username. Same answer. Okay, admin. No need of with. Just put password CCNA. Okay, done. Now VTY lines only accept SSH and use local login for authentication. So the VTY lines they accept only what SSH. So line VTY 0 to 15 transport input. So when I put the question mark, I could see they will see transport input. They will allow either all any SSH telnet everything. None means no protocols allowed. Can't you we cannot remotely access it. SSH means they will allow only SSH. Telnet means only telnet. So here I want transport input SSH only. Okay, then authentication. What is the authentication I'll give? If you are configuring telnet, no, we remember line bty 0 to 15, we'll put login password. Okay, so here I'm not going to mention a password. I'm going to give login local. Okay, that means they will use the local username password like admin and ccna. Okay, so login local. So they will use the local username password for authentication. After that, set authentication retry to 3, and if there is a violation, SSH connection going to block for 90 seconds. So remember, like you are going for an ATM machine and you keep on trying the wrong password. Okay, it will be blocked for some time, right? Like that here. So if you are giving the password, they'll give you 3 times. Okay, even after that you are giving the same wrong password means they will be blocking the SSH access to the router for 90 seconds. Okay, so the answer is set authentication retry. Same thing, IPSSH authentication retry, put a hyphen. Okay, IPSSH authentication. I am not using shortcut. You can use shortcut by pressing the tab key. I want to show you the full command. That's why I'm typing. Okay, authentication retries. How much? 3. Okay. Now IPSSH. How much second? 90 seconds. Okay, so IPSSH timeout 90 seconds. Okay, after configuring this one SSH, copy the code from running to start, startup. Okay, so do WR. If you are in hash mode, you can just type WR or copy run to start. But if you are in any other mode, you can put do WR or do copy run start. Okay. After that, now go for S1 S2, the layer 2 switch S1 S2. So you have to create name, assign VLAN access port according to VLAN and port assignment table, configure static trunk port for S1 S2. Okay, so we'll go with S1 S2. Go for the S1 first. S1. Okay, enable config. Okay, I didn't see the name of the switch. Okay, so create name and assign ports for switches. Okay, so here VLAN 10 name IT, VLAN 20 name map. Okay, so I'll first write VLAN 10 name IT, VLAN 20 name map, VLAN 66 name management, VLAN 88 name native. Done. Sorry, name native. Okay, now the same you have to repeat in the switch to. People are sometimes from the people will type this commands in one switch and they'll copy paste. That's their wish. Okay, but here I'm not going to do any shortcuts. I will type everything myself so that I can get a clear idea. If you are doing something repetitive, you'll get clear ideas. Okay, enable configure paste, then again VLAN 10 name IP, VLAN 20 name MAC, VLAN 66 name management. Okay, VLAN 88 name native. Done. Now assign the ports. See here, for VLAN 10 or name IT VLAN, we have access ports FA0 bar 10 to 15. Okay, so here first S1, what I will do, exit this one. Now I have range. Okay, I need to use range command. Okay, interface range FA0 slash 10 to 15. Okay, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Okay, that means for the computers connected to VLAN 10, the port numbers are FA0 bar 10 to 15. If you individually go for typing the command, you should write interface FA0 bar 10, switch port access VLAN 10, then 11, like 12, like 15, difficult. So make it range command. Same thing for VLAN 20, 16 to 20. Okay, so S1, exit this one. Now again interface range FA0 slash 16 to 20, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, so we configured VLAN and we configured access port for VLAN 1020 in S1. Okay, go for S2. Again repeating access port yani a port of a switch connected to end device. Okay, any computer. So here interface range FA0 slash 10 to 15, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10, exit interface range FA0 slash 16 to 20, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20, exit. After that, configure static trunk port for S1 S2. Okay, also native is there. Okay, so first we'll go for static trunk port. Okay, so trunk port yani, you say what is trunk port? Mariam was asking one day. Also Feroz was asking, no Tariq, I think. So trunk port means any port of a switch which is connected to another switch or router or layer 3 switch. So see here, this switch S1 has 0 bar 1, 0 bar 2, 0 bar 10, 0 bar 16. 0 bar 10 and 16 are access port because they are connected to computers. And 0 bar 1, 0 bar 2 are trunk port because they are connected to either switch or layer 3 switch or router. Same for S2, 0 bar 1, 0 bar 2 are trunk connected to switch or layer 3 switch, layer 2 switch or layer 3 switch. And 0 bar 10, 0 bar 16 of S2 are again access because they're connected to computer. Okay, now go for static trunk. Okay, so first one, what was the port? 0 bar 1 and 2. Okay, so here I will write interface range FA0 slash 1 to 2, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10 20 66. Okay, sorry, 2 space WR. Same here for S2, interface range FA0 slash 1 to 2, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10 20 66. Okay, now one more thing they ask you is configure 0 bar 2 trunk port of S1 S2 with native VLAN 88. Okay, so we go for exit interface FA0 bar 2, switch port trunk, switch port trunk. See, there's a command native. Okay, so native VLAN 88. Okay, when we do the same command on other switch, it will be that warning, no, that message will be gone. Okay, so go for switch to exit, go to interface FA0 slash 2, same command I just copy paste. Okay, now that will be removed. Okay, and consistency restored. Okay, after that, duplex communication between S and S2 with the following requirements. Okay, so duplex between S1 and S2, so where you will configure on F02 because S1 S2 connected by F02. Okay, so what is a duplex commands? They are questions they are asking. Duplex mode full, duplex speed 100 Mbps, automatically detect the cable, then they disable dynamic tracking protocol, disable unused ports. Okay, this is E. Okay, so D is duplex. So first question, duplex mode full. So answer is duplex full. Next question, duplex speed 100 Mbps. Answer is speed 100 Mbps. Okay, the speed, duplex, full duplex means both switches can send and receive at the same time. The ports are open for send and receive at the same time. And speed means 100 Mbps data transfer you can do. Automatically detect the cable can go for MDIX auto. Okay, that's a command. So no matter you connect crossover or straight through, they automatically detect the operation. So they'll you choose it. Okay, now disable DTP. So DTP means dynamically trunk protocol. Okay, so even if you are not giving switch port mode term, automatically dynamically the trunking protocol is configured between switches. Okay, so how do we disable that? Switch port no negotiate, switch port no negotiate, switch port no negotiate. Okay, so we'll go with the first S1. Okay, S1 first exit interface FS0 bar 2 duplex full speed 100 automatic detect the cable. So MDIX auto disable DTP. So switch port no negotiate, no negotiate. Okay, do WR. Do the same for switch S2. Okay, exit interface FS0 bar 2 you have to enter. Then duplex mode is full, then speed is 100, then automatic data cable. So MDIX media dependent. Okay, that one. Okay, so media dependent one X auto. Okay, then we have disable DTP switch port no negotiate, no negotiate. Okay, now disable unused ports in S1, only S1. Okay, so let me see the unused ports. Okay, so G's FS0 bar 1 to do done. Okay, so let me check here. For S1, I used 0 bar 10 to 15, 16 to 20. So 10 to 20 is used. Okay, then we have 1 and 2 as trunk port. So from 3 to 9 not used. Then 21 to 24 and these are bar 1 to 2. Okay, so unused means disable unused port means find out the unused ports and shut down. Do not shut down the used port. So okay, so here I will write interface range FA0 bar 3 to 9 and FA0 bar 21 to 24. Also G0 bar 1 to 2. Because see, I have used 1 and 2, FSR bar 1 to 2, 3 to 9 not used. Then 10 to 15, 16, 20 already used. So remaining 21 to 24, G0 bar 1 to 2. Unused ports are these things. Okay, these are unused ports of S1. Now, disable means just shut. Because why you are disabling unused ports? What is the purpose of that? See, if you're not disabling the unused ports, what happen? No, the ports are open means anybody, hacker come with a laptop, connect a cable to that unused ports and they will become part of the network and they will try to do something. Okay, which will badly affect the network. That's why I disable the unused ports. It's a part of a which one security process. Okay, then configure InterVlan routing on layer 3 switch. Okay, so here I will go for do WR, also do WR. Okay, interval and routing on layer 3 switch. Okay, so here in switch layer 3 switch, if you are doing interval and routing, we have only few commands. Okay, we have to go for create SPI VLAN interfaces. Okay, so for VLAN 10, 20 and 66, okay, we want to configure what IP addresses. Okay, with no shut also. Okay, then we have to enable the interval routing on the switch. Okay, so there is no encapsulation dot one q command as we have in router. If you're going for router, as Sarah asked, no, there will be sub interfaces. Okay, but in which one, router, there will be no sub interface. There will be SVI or switch virtual interface for each VLAN. I already put which one, comparison diagram about interval and routing in router and interval and routing in layer 3 switch. Just I will show you that one. Then where is that one? Where I put comparison, I think I have in my folder comparison of interval and routing comparison. I put chapter 4. Where is that comparison? Okay, I think where is that? Let me check here. Somewhere I put it. I think I forward to some students comparison of layer 3 switching. See this one. Comparing layer interval and routing on layer 3 switch and router. Just I will show you that one so that you'll get an idea. I think I've shared to Mariam. So I'll put in e-learning also. Okay. See, if you are doing interval and routing on router, this will be the which one scenario. We have sub interface. Assume that we have three VLANs, VLAN 30, 40, 50. And in a router, if you are configuring interval and routing, we'll have sub interface. Okay, interface FA 0 bar 0.30, then the IP address, then mask 0.40 IP address mask, 0.50 IP address mask. Okay, so we are dividing sub interface, dividing interface into based on the VLANs. Okay, based on that encapsulation dot one q. Okay, 802.1q protocol. So here the coding will be interface for every sub interface. Write encapsulation dot one q VLAN number, then IP address. That will be the gateway for that VLAN. Okay, then no shut exit. See, next one sub interface for VLAN 40, interface FA 0 bar 0.40, encapsulation dot one q 40, IP address no shut. Like that for 50 also. But in layer 3 switch, instead of sub interfaces, we will have SVI, switch virtual interface for each VLAN 30, 40, 50. So interface VLAN 30 IP address mask, interface VLAN 40 IP address mask. Okay. Then here the first command for configuring in interval and routing in layer 3 switch is IP routing. Okay, route between VLANs. We need this command IP routing in config mode. Then go to each interface or SVI for VLAN. Give the IP address, go to the table, no shut. Like this for 40 and 50. This is the comparison of interval and routing in router and layer 3 switch. Hope you understood. Okay. Go back to the question. What was the question? Create SVI interfaces for VLAN 10, 20, 66. Okay, I'll go with this topology. Okay, CLI enabled, configure space T. Interface, before that, first command should be configured is IP routing. Then INT interface VLAN 10. What's the IP address of VLAN 10 sub interface? 192.168.10.1. Okay, for 20, 66, everything is there. Okay, so IP address 192.168.20.1.255.255.255.0. Okay, it's with VLAN 20. So we'll go with this is VLAN 10. Okay. Okay, and by mistake I just typed by mistake. Okay, VLAN 10 means 192.168.10.1. Okay, no shut exit. Now sub interface SPI for VLAN 20. So interface VLAN 20, IP address 192.168.20.1, 255.255.255.0. No shut. Okay. Now VLAN 66, interface VLAN 66. Instead of FA 0 bar 0.10.20.66 in router, we just configure interface VLAN 10, IP address mask no shut. Then interface VLAN 20, IP address mask no shut, like that. Okay. then IP address 192.168.66.1 space 255.255.255.0 no exit. Okay, that is done. So interval routing done in layer 3 switch. Only first command is IP routing, enable the routing between VLANs. That's important. Then go for sub interfaces. Instead of sub interface in router, we go for SVI, switch virtual interface for each VLAN with IP address and mask and notion. Okay. After that, convert layer 2 port G10 bar 3 into a layer 3 interface to connect to router R1 and forward VLAN 10.26.6 to be forward outside network. Okay. So here in our topology, this G10 bar 3, this is a port of a layer 3 switch. We have to convert that into layer 3 port. Actually, it is a layer 2 port. We have to convert it into layer 3 because if you want to forward the VLAN information to outside this, which one, layer 3 switch, this network, to forward this VLAN information to outside network. I want to ping from Utah server to PC1 or from business PC1 to Utah server. I want to go outside, right? To forward our VLAN information outside network, I need to make this port connecting to router as layer 3 port. What is the command for that? Go to interface name G10 bar 3 no switch port. Okay, check here. Interface G10 bar 3, this port, okay, G10 bar 3 as no switch port. Then it will be forwarding the IP address, sorry, VLAN information to outside world. Okay, now one more thing. If I trying to configure the interface G10 bar 3 with IP address and subnet mask before this command, what will happen? See, I want to configure this command G10 bar 3 with IP address and subnet mask before doing this command. See what will happen. Okay, what's the IP address of G10 bar 3? It is 10.10.2 and 255 three times. Okay, so I'll try to configure the IP address first. Okay, interface G10/3 IP address. What is IP address? 10.10.10 okay, IP address 10.10.10.2 255.255.255.0 sorry, IP address 10.10.10.2 what happened, IP address I think numlock, okay, 10.10.10.2 255.255.255.0 okay, I think I already made that command, that's why. Okay, usually you should give this command first. Okay, interface d1/0/3. After this command you should type no switch port. Okay, I think I already gave this command, that's why. If you don't give this command, you cannot configure the IP address because by default the interfaces are layer 2 ports, so you cannot configure IP address for a layer 2 port. So before configure an IP address for a layer 2 port, okay, we have to convert that into layer 3 port. That's why I use the command interface G10 bar 3 no switch port. Now you can configure the IP address. IP address 10.10.10.2 255.255.255.0 no shit. Okay. So I'll show you one more example because it was already done that way. I'll put a layer 3 switch here. So layer 3 switch is here. So I'll take this one just for your information. Okay, just open this one. CLI, I think it should be powered off. So if powered on, you go for power supply. This one. Now just wait for the switch to power on. Just I will show you what is the use of that interface, making that into a layer 3 port. Okay, what is the use of that? I'll show you. Okay, just I will. Okay, so let me check what are the interfaces this router is having. Sorry, layer 3 switch is having. So configure G10 bar 1. Okay, I'll take one interface. Enable configure interface G10 bar 1. I'm trying to add IP address, say same IP address 10.10.10.2 255.255.255.0. It is showing invalid input because by default this interface of layer 3 switch is layer 2 port. In layer 2 port we cannot give IP address, we can just give interface subinterface IP or subinterface IP for VLAN. Now see what happens when I type this no switch port command. See the magic. After that when I type the command, IP is coming. Because before you give the no switch port command, this switch port layer 3 switch port is only layer 2 port, it is not accepting IP address. But when I convert that into layer 3 port, now it become a router. By typing no switch port, this interface now become layer 3 port, just like a router port, so you can easily give IP address, mask, no shut, everything. Okay, understand what I'm telling? That's why I put that switch for your understanding only. Okay, just remove that one. Okay, because in this activity I already made that port no switch port. Okay, that's why. After that, what else they have asked is, this is also done. Now connectivity from ITPC to Utah Sohar. Okay, so I'm going to check the connectivity from ITPC to Utah Sohar. So what is Utah Sohar IP? Just go for desktop IP address 2022. Okay, let's see the IP address pinging or not. Okay, it should ping. I think almost we have done everything. Let me check that's ping to the server or not outside world. Okay, this ping it always creates tension, right? So unless it's successfully it's pinging. Okay, so it's pinging outside network, so it means it's working. Now see some information about the switch. Okay, so we have in, I think chapter 2 or 3 we have some show commands, right? That one display will information of switch. So how do we display the will information of the switch? Go to S1. So enable show VLAN brief BR. It will show you, see, show VLAN BR. It will go you show you that the VLAN 1 is default. Then it is VLAN 10, 20, 66, 88 all done by you. Okay. And one more thing I want to add, like VLAN 1, then 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, they're all default. Okay, they cannot be deleted, they cannot be created. Okay, automatically or available. Okay, whenever you created, whenever you open a switch, no, by default we can see this VLANs. Okay, now display details of all interfaces configured in router. So what is the command? So go to the router. So I think Cisco is the password. Yes, enable also Cisco. I think no. What was the enable password? Secret password. Student ID. Okay, so if you forget that student ID, okay, I think I know 6j123. If I forget means do what do one thing, what you will do, no, go to config, click an interface, then come back to CLI. You can bypass that password, that privilege password option. Okay, so now again show IP INTBR. This will display the details of all interfaces configured, IP address up or down like that. Okay, then we have what else? Running configuration of any device, either it is layer 3 switch or router or layer 2 switch. Okay, just show run, see all these things. Okay, okay. Now how do we test? It's not there. How do we test the SSH from computer to router? So SSH is IP address for which one? Okay, this one. Say we'll try this IP. Okay, so let's try from this computer. SSH minus L admin, this one. The password is Cisco. Oh, password, what is the password for SSH? CCNA, sorry. So password is CCNA. Now see, from the computer I can access the router. This is SSH. Okay, this is configured by Rajesh InterVlan. Okay, that's all for this activity. From this activity, so what I did is I put almost all the commands from chapter 1 to 4 plus layer 3 switch InterVlan routing. And in another activity I had a layer, which one, InterVlan routing in router. So you can watch that activity. Okay, almost I have done I think I put all the commands. Okay, go through that. Okay, bye.